Good morning, and thank you for joining me on today's webinar covering our mobile tower solution. My name is Thomas Everett, and I'm a pre-sales engineer for Hikvision. I'm joined today also by Michael Dye, who is the product manager. Please feel free to type any questions into the Q&A, and Michael will respond as we go through the presentation. As we go through this solution, we're going to look at three main subject areas: analysis of requirement, introduction to solution, and finally an overview of the products that we have looked at. So the three main areas required for a mobile tower solution: high quality images and smart features. This covers things such as good performance at night and in all weather conditions, on-site storage due to low bandwidth connectivity requirements, DC power to help with installs, especially those using battery or solar, ease of installation, and technology to help prevent false alarms. Alarm management, covering alerts for multiple alarm types that can also be sent on to third parties, loudspeaker options, two-way audio, and integration into third-party ARCs. And lastly, system management, a cost-effective integrated system capable of maintaining multiple tasks at a time with remote health monitoring over many sites. This is designed to help provide an all-in-one solution that can be utilized across many scenarios. So let's have a look at the components that this solution will consist of. Firstly, the architecture. We can see at the bottom left there the customer's on-site equipment consisting of cameras, NVRs, switches, speakers, able to communicate with an alarm center, maybe a third-party one, or our own Hike Central VMS platform. The components of this system would be an NVR for local recording with a robust design to suit the environment and the option to have embedded 4G connectivity, a network switch supporting PoE standards, a PTZ camera allowing for 360-degree coverage with DC power options, static cameras utilizing optical and/or thermal views depending on site and situation, and lastly an IP speaker for deterrence and broadcast capabilities. So the system benefits of this solution: we can have alarms sent to Hike Central or other ARCs, local storage on site, a choice of IP cameras with up to 4K resolutions, options to include fire detection, live audio, and a few others you can see listed there. So perimeter protection. To aid in the detection of intruders, we have a choice of our Heat Pro thermal range with a larger distance detection and usable in all weather conditions, or AccuSense cameras for shorter range and great optical images at night. Both options feature deep learning for object classification, strobe lighting, and audio warnings. Here we can see a brief comparison of the two options. The main differences here being the detection ranges available and the lighting requirements. Fire prevention. The main advantages of thermal cameras over other offerings are the 24/7 temperature readings of not just objects but also areas, real-time notifications, and being able to set temperature thresholds for early warnings. On-site storage. The DS7608NI-G2 has been designed to be robust while keeping an extremely small footprint, still allowing for two 2 terabyte drives to be installed, also two with the option for 4G connectivity built in. The 4G model also has the ability to provide alarms via SMS and thresholds to data usage to be set. A 360-degree positioning system. This is a 2 megapixel camera with a 25 times optical zoom, dark fighter technology for low light situations, as well as smart tracking 2.0 and the ability to distinguish persons from other objects. Audio warnings. The Hikvision IP speaker can be used in a variety of ways, such as linkages between events and audio output, live one-way broadcast, or the playing of scheduled audio. It can also be integrated into other platforms via the SIP protocol. LiveGuard technology uses both the strobe light and audio as a real-time deterrent. This is available in both the AccuSense that uses deep learning to improve detection and the color view ranges that give us 24/7 color images. We can see how LiveGuard technology is able to detect an object and classify it, react to those required, using both light and sound while ignoring others. The audio warnings can utilize either 10 built-in sounds or customized messages can be used. Hike Central can be used for central management with an alarm center to receive and handle alarms and virtual guard tour options. Devices can easily be added into Hike Central to be monitored, whether over a 3 or 4G network, through dynamic DNS, or on a local network. For low bandwidth connections, we have the options for frame extracting, transcoding, or smooth stream playback. Generated alarms can be handled in 2 ways. Average distribution mode. This distributes alarms between all the logged in operators, or site preempt mode. Once an operator has handled an alarm for one site, subsequent alarms for that same site go to the same operator. Alarm standard operating procedures allow for step-by-step instructions to be attached to alarms with an audit trail. Alarms can also be then forwarded on to other users to be dealt with. Here too, we can see some examples of the reports available, such as the average acknowledgement time and the alarm per user reports. Each site can have its own SOP attached, with options to allow for custom hyperlinks into other systems, such as maybe a CRM to be used. Patrol tasks also have different modes available. Mandatory mode requires that an operator dwells on each camera for a configured amount of time before being able to complete the task. Sweeping mode allows for the cameras to be quickly reviewed. When configuring the time frame for a patrol task, a color-coded timetable allows a manager to quickly pinpoint times when other patrols are set to avoid busy periods for the operator. So an overview of the products then that we've discussed this morning. Firstly, thermal cameras, available in both bullet and turret configurations with 3, 6 or 9mm thermal focal lengths and matched 4 or 8mm optical focal lengths. Heat Pro has a human detection range out to 50 meters, with Pro Series thermal cameras available up to 2 kilometers in range. Again, here showing the features of the AccuSense range we discussed, and the G2 colour view cameras also coming with AccuSense technologies. The 2-megapixel PTZ with 25 times optical zoom and dark fighter technologies. The robust mini MVR that has 4G versions available. The IP speaker for the audio warning, as well as some models of PoE switches that we have available. And lastly, our Hike Central VMS. Although already a very powerful security system, with the addition of the ARC VSAAS module, it provides additional support for alarm receiving and handling, and the remote video patrols module, allowing for the scheduling of site patrols via cameras. And that concludes today's webinar. I hope you found it useful, and thank you for watching.